Alright everyone, this is like in my first video. Yeah. I was kind of walking up the street. But yeah, so this is going to be the third part. This is the final part. Now, okay, you get into this point where, they've been set free, the people of Israel, they've been set free. So, now there's a problem. But not enough for them to, get into the desert where, they can get to the land of Canaan. There, some people, they call it the Sea of Reeds, but it's the Dead Sea, Red Sea, okay? They got to get through it. So enough for them to get through it, what they have to do is nothing. They don't do anything. Because pretty much they've been let free. And they're standing there. There's like, we don't even know how many, maybe 60,000, maybe 1 million. It took a lot to build the cities of Egypt, so we may never really know the numbers. But one of the things, that God does when this one thing happens, and that one thing is that Pharaoh seeks vengeance on the people of Israel. So he orders all his chariots, which, if you know what a chariot is, kind of in ancient times, you ever seen the old Cecil B. DeMille movie, the old Ten Commandments movie? Just like a tank, And it sends his whole army after him. So pretty much they're surrounded. Now what God does is, one of the first things he does is he lets loose what's called a whirlwind of fire. And it's sort of like a tornado, And this temporarily stops Pharaoh. But pretty much, their back is against the seas. So God at this point commands Moses, to take his staff, put it in the water. And the sea is parted. And the people of Israel, they're allowed to go through to the other side. Now, when Pharaoh pursues them, all the chariots, basically the people of Israel, they're out. They're out of danger. They're out of the sea. But Pharaoh, he's done went after him, so all his chariots, God washes them away into the water. And there's even here recently, there's been some scientific evidence. They actually uncovered chariots in the Red Sea. And the chariots are dated back to the time of Ramesses. So we know, even historically, it's true. Now, here's what happens. And here's kind of like a life lesson, I guess you could say, is the people of Israel are set free. And they're in the desert. And they pretty much continuously cry to Moses. Moses, do this. Moses, do that. Find water. Give us food. And he keeps performing miracles. Like the manna in the desert, which is like, it's just like bread. Just falls from the sky. And, he heals people with his bronze serpent. He literally heals people. All this is done. Now, Moses goes to receive the commandments of God. He goes on top of the mountain. And there's a man. And that man's name is Corinth. And he doesn't agree with Moses. He says that, Moses is not this prophet. Moses is not chosen by God. He's making all this stuff up. So what happens is, there becomes like a war. It's like a civil war. And God commanded, Moses to wipe all them people out. He said, every man, let every man take his sword and go in and slay his brother. And there was like a civil war. Dogs barking. Like a civil war, And all those people that disbelieved, they were wiped out. So that is pretty much the ending, but that would be the ending if I want to just add one more thing that's very important, because I kind of like to be a little bit sarcastic or smart aleck. They do so happen to have this idol. It's a golden calf. It's kind of like the ancient Baal, you know, the god Baal. And they make this golden calf. And they say, you know, this is our God, this is our Lord. You don't need your God, Moses. So, you know, what happens is Moses picks up the commandments and he throws them down. And they destroy the idol. And the tablets are destroyed. Moses has to go back up to the mountain, and he has to, you know, receive the 10 Commandments. Now, and as I said, I try not to make my videos like really long. So, you know, you can read the 10 Commandments. I'm not gonna, you know, word for word. But, you know, I watched a video the other day. There's a very strange thing, you know. What happened was, see, Moses, when he went to go get water for the people of Israel, God told him hit a rock. He hit the rock twice. So God said, look, you see all that over the River Jordan? You'll never see it. You're not going to go there. So Moses died. Now, I watched a video on this the other day, and this is the sort of the funny thing, that it said that Lucifer, you know, the devil, and Michael, which, you know, in my particular denomination, you know, Michael's the archangel, and you know, he's held high esteem, you know, in the church, but they have a fight over him, and basically the fight is over the body of Moses, because some people say God did not want people to worship Moses. Let this car go by. Now, maybe 2 or 3 cars. Yeah. Now, it, you know, as I said, it's said because, you know, they're saying that God did not want people to worship the body of Moses. He didn't want them to worship a person. And I suppose, you know, that's really true, because people oftentimes seek up, you know, they seek a person to worship instead of the invisible God that we worship. You know, see a picture of Jesus. Well, that's what Jesus looked like, you know. Maybe he had certain color hair, maybe he was a certain, you know, race, or maybe he was this or that, maybe he was this tall, or maybe he had a beard, you know. It's like they worship an image, you know, of some sort of deity. And, you know, the Lord is eternal. You know, he came in the world to give his life. He didn't come in the world to have pictures made of him so people can argue over, you know, whether or not he was white or black or Hispanic looking or Mid-Eastern or whatever. You know. But thanks for everyone for viewing my channel. And just hit the like bell. Hit the like bell. Hit the like button and hit the little notification bell, and you'll get a notification every time I upload a video. And thank God I'm like halfway to the house now, pretty much home. But everyone have a good day.